Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy Tactics. We're going to be talking about their new EX abilities. We're going to talk about their new secondary masteries. This is my first look at them, so let's go ahead and dig in. First off, a big shout out to Odaiba and the rest of the Reddit community, particularly Incognito and G Saputo, for helping Odaiba in translating these slides and making sure that we do have access to this type of information. We really appreciate it, and let's go ahead and go over kind of what they have to say, because I haven't seen all of this yet, and I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. So first up, we have Ramza here, and Ramza, of course, is the only unit in the game that I actually do not have, for those of you that don't know. So looking at kind of his kit, kind of what Ramza's been known for is like a buffer. He has 100% hit on his limit break, kind of this unique kind of almost like a brawler type of job. So it looks like his job level 25 ability is going to be Yell. That's the ability you see in the lower left hand corner there. It's a self buff for himself, which is going to put a physical barrier, so reduce damage for 3 hits on self for 3 turns. I'm going to give him slash attack up and unit resistance up. It's going to be a self buff only. I'm not sure this is the best ability in the game. It is definitely going to make him more survivable, especially in the current state of the game. The second upgrade is going to enhance Shimmering Blade. Now, Shimmering Blade previously was a single target damage, 160% modifier attack. You can see it in the upper right-hand corner. It's now going to change into a cross-shaped attack, which is going to lower defense and spirit down on targets, and then do medium damage and a 3-turn defense penetration down as well. So this is actually the first time we've ever seen defense penetration lowering abilities in the game. This is a really big deal. And this is going to be a really big deal for survivability, and it's going to make defense a lot more viable. So very interesting just right out the bat for his kind of first 2 abilities. His final ability down here is going to be an upgrade to Shout. Now, for anyone that's actually used Ramza before, they do know that particularly back in the day, Shout was a very powerful ability in PvP. It's been upgraded. Previously, it gave attack, magic, and bravery for 3 turns. The attack and magic is now higher, and it gives units protect. So the fact that he's able to lower defense penetration and give AoE protect to basically all units, in addition to increasing attack and magic, he's going to be kind of this really powerful buffing monstrosity, it seems like. And I'm really curious where we're going to see his evasion land when we see his stats go, because he may be a unit that we just slide in to light evasion. And there is a lot of units that do benefit, Ramza, of course, being a magic-based unit, I believe. It's interesting that he both lowers defense and spirit, as well as has access to kind of these buffs that are like universal that could help potentially lock in LNS. So very excited for that. Delita, very interesting here. This is my first look at him. It looks like his EX ability is going to be a cross-shaped range attack. Shatter Heart removes re-raise from targets caught in the AoE and then does large damage. So not the best ability, does remove re-raise. Let's see what else got changed here. Karma Blade. Karma Blade previously, if you didn't know, was the highest fire resistance reduction in the game. So it's going to be a 3-turn fire elemental resistance greatly reduced on target, then does large damage. So it's made it so that the skill does fire element resistance down first, and then that just seems like not a good buff. Dude, Delita's getting screwed. Delita is getting screwed hard right now. Acquired AP up 2. So his acquired AP up ability is going to give accuracy and slash resistance penetration. I don't think that's good enough. I don't think that's good enough for him to be a powerful fire slash unit. I think we're going to have to drop Delita. I think we're going to have to make it happen. Thunder God Sid, the long awaited here. Job level 25 ability, Hallowed Bolt Zenith. Very cool. Removes Immortal Spirit from targets within range and 3 turn slash resistance down on targets, then does medium damage. Hell yes. This is going to be amazing. Not only for PvE, but also for PvP. Very powerful ability. Cross-shaped. I'm loving it. Not only that, his crush armor got upgraded up here. So it's going to decrease defense on the target for three turns and then apply medium damage with increased accuracy. Oh god, Thunder God Sid is actually looking like he might be viable. We're gonna really have to see what his secondary mastery brings though. Crest of the Black Line, his self buff got enhanced. So for 3 turns, attack up for self and nullify blind, paralyze, and sleep. And AP recovery effect medium when HP is 70% and above greatly increases area resistance. That is the type of stuff that we actually needed for Thunder God Sid to be relevant. Holy cow. Now if only his secondary mastery gave him maybe some magic resistance, we would really be talking in terms of him being this really powerful additional unit. Agrius is going to be getting Northwane Strike, removes protect and breaks physical barrier on target, then does medium damage. Okay, not a huge fan of this. Let's see what else she got. She got an upgrade to Judgment Blade. So removes the re-raise effect on targets with an increased chance to hit, does large damage and has a chance to proc stop. This is exactly the type of upgrade I would have expected to see with Agrius. She was kind of known as like a status ailment monstrosity. We may be entering a world where we have to set stop resistance again. Going to be very curious to see how that actually works. She's going to get a skill passive upgrade, Knight's Honor 2. So upgraded from Knight's Honor, which increased its agility and spirit. It now, ooh, she gets native hate up. It's going to give her agility, spirit, hate up, and reduces AP consumption for self. She's going to be a tank. She's going to be able to screw with the AI. That's going to be fantastic. Oh, I'm really liking this type of stuff. This is going good. Mustadio. Dude, I love Mustadio. Let's see what he got here. Job level 25 new ability, Power Shot with piercing. Ooh, look at that range right there. 3-turn missile resistance penetration up for self, then does medium damage. And this attack is piercing. That's pretty good. Missile resistance penetration up is the type of thing that a lot of missile units actually need. His buff Safeguard previously gave debuff resistance 40 for 3 turns for allies. For 3 turns, increases accuracy and greatly increases debuff resistance for allies. And for 3 turns, increases range +1 for self. So great accuracy buff, going to be pretty powerful, giving him range +1. You know, not the best buff here, but let's take a look at Quick Shot. So Quick Shot previously was his 3-hit attack, and now it's going to decrease target's evasion for 3 turns and then deal 3 hits. Pretty important that it procs before you actually, it takes into account the accuracy connection here. I would be really curious if we didn't see more effects like this in the future. I don't think this makes Mustadio broken in any way. I don't think this really changes Mustadio's standing in the game, but very cool. Will be interesting to see with like Earth Select Quest if we end up using him a little bit more there. Gafgarion, one of the best MR units in the game from back in the day. EX job level 25, Abyssal Blade, look at cross-shaped attack. Defense down to targets caught in AoE, then does medium damage to them and absorbs a portion of the damage to recover HP. Wow, yes please. Deception. So previously increased Maneater to 30 for 3 turns and himself. So now it's for 3 turns, greatly increases slash attack and increases Maneater and attack for self. Okay, we'll take it. Shadow Blade, previously dark single target attack that absorbs HP. It's now a 3-turn slash resistance penetration up for self, then does medium damage to the target and absorbs a portion of their HP. I love this. I love, like, it's thematically appropriate for Gafgarion. It really is going to put him into one of those positions where he's one of the strongest MR units in the game. I think I could really get behind almost all of these. And now let's go ahead and take a look at their secondary masteries, because their secondary masteries could completely make or break them. And holy Jesus, look at the amount of secondary masteries that Sid is getting. So for Ramza, he's going to get the light ally buff, of course. For self, he's going to get max HP up 10%, slash attack up 20, up from 10. and he's going to get slash resistance penetration 20. Ultima Limit Burst is going to be buffed, removes all buffs to targets caught in the AoE, then does non-elemental magic base damage XL on targets guaranteed. Dude, people are going to be using Ramza again, no doubt. The fact that it removes buffs and still is 100% hit, this was good back in the day, and this is going to be really good now. Orlando going to get the classic lightning element buffs. For self, he's going to get slash attack up 10, defense up 5, defense penetration up 30, slash resistance up 10, missile resistance up 15, magic resistance up 15. Okay, so that's exactly what he basically needed to be relevant. Sword play, so his limit burst is getting upgraded. And for those of you that maybe haven't had the experience to use Thunder God Sid, he does use his limit burst quite a bit. AP cost is reduced, does large damage to targets in AoE, and grants a 3-turn haste for self. And grants the additional effect when haste is active, debuff resistance greatly increased and AP consumption is reduced. Very cool. Delita's Mastery 2. Oh my god. It's like, just look at the comparison of how good Ramza and Orlandi's are. And then look at Delita. He gets like 3 freaking lines here of his secondary mastery. For fire allies, max HP up 10%, fire attack ability up 15, okay? For self-attack up 20%, defense penetration plus 30 at the start of battle, apply a physical barrier that reduces physical damage for 3 hits on self. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. This is the first time we've ever seen a mastery ability like this, which basically means he's going to start with his own physical barrier that reduces damage. I will have to see how powerful this barrier is. This could be really powerful. Oh man, I don't know. This is kind of a like toss up right now. Just looking at this, I really like this. I like that it's unique and that he's one of the only units to use it. Maybe you utilize Delita in more close up matches. Very interesting. Then we have Agrius Gafgarion on Mustadio. Agrius for ice allies is going to get max HP up and ice ability attack up. Yep. She is going to have unit resistance up plus 20 up from 15. And she's going to get spirit plus 15. So pretty good. A little bit lackluster here, but that could just be because Agrius was already a powerful unit. And you have to keep in mind that one of the things we're not seeing here is we're not seeing their stat changes. So it's quite possible that stat changes could have a pretty big impact as well. Gafgarion's mastery ability is going to get max HP up 10% and sleep resistance plus 25 for dark allies. He's still going to have initial AP up, critical damage plus 25%. He's going to get critical hit rate plus 15. And when HP is over 70%, defense plus 25 and spirit plus 25. So again, a secondary mastery that synergizes with kind of his identity as a unit. I love this. And defense 25 and spirit 25 is pretty powerful. Mustadio going to get max HP up 10% and stop resistance plus 25 for Earth allies. May be relevant, particularly if we do see a lot of Agrius in like class matches where you are doing like cost related matches. You could have that additional stop resistance. He's going to get accuracy plus 30, and then he gets range plus 1 and reaction block rate plus 40. And then he has the standard proc rate increased for blind, immobilize, and disable. So that reaction block rate, pretty powerful. So it looks like even if he's buffing, he's going to get 2 more range than he could previously get, which is super cool and super powerful. I would say I'm overall happy with these buffs. I think the kind of jury is out on Delita, and I would say almost a little bit on Agrius. I kind of want to wait and see how relevant these buffs are going to be for them. Thunder God Sid's buff for magic resistance, missile resistance. I'm cautious on Thunder God Sid. I think he'll be a really powerful brawler, but I really want to see their base stat increases. I want to see, for example, Ramza's luck. For one, I'm excited to pull on Ramza, but I want to see kind of how he stacks up with his luck and other evasion units right now. Just overall, very curious, and I'm very excited for all this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Odaiba, thank you so much again for the translation. Unfortunately, you and we missed this stream completely. I didn't even know what was going on, and it sounds like you didn't know what was going on from the Reddit thread. But thanks so much, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.